So I'm going to change the oil and the gear oil on it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So it should be a fairly easy, thing to do. It's not too difficult, but I wanted to show you guys things we're going to have to do is access this. So we're going to have to remove this. So there's a couple of screws, Phillips head. There's one here. I don't think there's anything there. And then there's another one underneath here. And it's pretty straightforward, but there we go. So there's another screw on the inside near the handle here. And just put it aside. So there's these type of bolts where you can just take a screwdriver and push them in. And that's all you need to do. And voila, the plastic is gone. So we have the airbox here that we want to clean. And I've had several Yamaha motorcycles before. And my experience has been is that they're one of the most reliable, most well-engineered, motorcycles I've ever had bought. The screws for the airbox. Still on there, but there's another one down here. It's hard to see, but okay, that's good. And that's the airbox. So here's something I'm seeing, and this is not good. That means that I overfilled oil, and you can see there's oil all over the airbox. So good thing that I looked, because it's never good to overfill any vehicle. And it's kind of interesting, like this bike has got tiny little shocks. Look at that. So easy to remove, so much simpler than a motorcycle. Just this and that, and then that's it. This is one of the handiest things you could do as a mechanic, is get one of these DeWalt 18-volt screw guns, and it's got a 10mm socket. And I'm going to just remove the plastic bits here. Right there. It's attached to this, and you can just wrangle it out. And you can see there's quite a bit of stuff in there. I'm gonna unplug it. You're gonna have to remove this plug. Take some pliers and just kind of push it out. And there we go. Look at this gunk. Nasty. And plug it back in. Is the filter? Oh my goodness, it is dirty. Look at the filter. I was not expecting the filter to be this dirty. Whew, man. I think I'm able to clean it, but yeah. I mean, the bike only has like 1,600 miles. I mean, whew. That's filthy. What you have here is, which I believe is the fill bolt, and then you have the drain bolt right here. We're going to remove the bottom bolt, and it's one of these 10mm. I'm just going to put it in. And oil will start flowing out. This oil actually looks very clean. And make sure you don't lose these bolts. They go in the same place where they come from. And I'm just going to, and that's it. It was on pretty tight. You heard the drill, but I think it just had Loctite. Right here is one of the drains that you need to remove, and then there's this one that you need to remove. So this one here, under there's like a strainer, and we're going to pull that out. And then this one is a 12mm right here. All right, that's the if I can use my hand. Oh crap, there we go. So, learn my lesson. Make sure when you drain this oil that you have a pan smaller that'll fit in between the center stand. Oh well, I never said I was perfect. So this is what we removed. There's a strainer and the 19mm socket. So now we have to remove this one. Let's put something underneath. And a little bit more oil is going to come out. So now we need to put the bolts back, because we're going to put the engine oil on here. And that's it. Like that. And you basically just put it up there. And eesh, come on, get in there. There we go. And that's tighten it and stuff like that. So I should have removed this bolt from the right side. Next thing we need to do is add engine oil and add gear oil. We've removed the dipstick on this side. I have a nice funnel to kind of reach down in there, and we're going to fill it with, it's about 0.7 liters, 0.78 liter, and or 0.82 quarts. So it doesn't take very much. I usually use the same oil on all my bikes. It's Rotella T5 quarts, 0.82, not even 1 quart. It's a very small engine. So the gear oil is interesting because in the manual it states you need 1030 SE motor oil, not gear oil, but the engine is a 1030 SAE oil. What we're going to do now is fill this with oil, and apparently it's 1030 oil, and it's the same engine oil that we used, so we're going to put it in there. And I'm using one of these. You can get them from a lot of places, but I filled it with 1030 oil. And it's important to note that the same engine oil that goes into the engine goes into this final drive. I thought it would be gear oil, but it's not, according to this. And it doesn't take a lot. And once it comes out, once it starts pouring out or leaving the bike, that's when you put and here we go, it's coming out. I'm just going to let it come out a little bit. So that's what you have to put in. So I just kind of fill it until it comes out. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's kind of a messy way, but I just don't have any like special tools. Just make sure that every bolt is securely on there. These bolts shouldn't be that tight. Just a little bit more. And that's it. We might need to add more oil. All right. Starts right up. Shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to let it idle for a few minutes. So one important thing I did when I changed the oil, I got a lot of oil on my rear tire and probably on my front tire. Just something to watch out for when you start riding. It might be a little slick, so clean your tire. Check the oil level. You have your dipstick here. You unscrew it, pull it out, clean it, stick it back in. This time don't screw it, and then check your oil level. So we let the bike idle for a little bit, and now let's check the oil again. This is my second time checking. So again, take your dipstick out, just clean it, put it in, but don't screw it in, pull it back out. And we're at the top, slightly below the top, which is good. This is the oil change, air filter change, gear oil change, Yamaha C3 tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it.